welcome to Niger Delta Television News. I'm Janet Bobai-Renam. On our top stories, Governor Doyediri presents 2025 budget estimate to the State House of Assembly. Bayelsans expressed worry over scrapping of the Niger Delta Ministry. Plus, NAFDAC warns against use of record Nivea deodorant. The Bayelsa State Governor, Senator Doyediri, has charged the Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning to ensure fiscal discipline, transparency, accountability, and proper coordination in the implementation process of budgeting. Governor Diri gave the charge during the presentation of the 2025 budget estimate on the floor of the State House of Assembly. Government House correspondent George Ameli completes the report.
Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doyediri on Thursday presented the 2025 Appropriation Bill tagged Budget of Assured Prosperity on the floor of the Bayelsa State House of Assembly. A budget estimate of 689.44 billion is the offshoot of citizens' participation in the budgetary processes of the Prosperity Administration through stakeholders' engagement and public interactive sessions to fashion out the government's development priorities. Governor Diri pointed the direction of the 2025 fiscal policy.
In this 2025 fiscal year, we are laying the foundation of the assured agenda. Therefore, pursue vigorously the roadmaps to a prosperous Bayelsa state. Consequently, our expenditure breakdown in some of the sectors is as follows. Works and infrastructure. Construction of the Nembe Brass Road, Yanagwa Oporoma Ukubie Road, Ogu Ayama Okodi Road, Sabagria Polaku Road, Tororoa Boloroa Kabema Ebeni Road, internal roads, ultra-modern state secretariat, amongst others, and the sum provided for that is 178 billion 761 million 88,407 naira 32 kobo. Education. The construction of the additional science, technical, and vocational colleges. Construction of the NDU Convocation Arena, provision of school infrastructure, instructional materials, subventions to tertiary institutions, and others. And the sum provided for all of this is 47 billion 111 million 696,198 naira 40 kobo. Sports. The construction of an ultra-modern stadium in Yenagoa, upgrading of stadia facilities, competitions, athletics, talent development programs, the sum of 37 billion 850 million is allocated to this sector.
Amongst other distributions, the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure got the highest allocation of 178 billion 761 million naira, followed by Education with 47 billion 111 million naira, while Sports was ranked third with an allocation of 37 billion 850 million naira, including the construction of a new stadium. From the floor of the Bayelsa State House of Assembly, George Ameli reporting for NDTV News.
Bayelsans have expressed delight over the state government's commitment to observing the annual state Thanksgiving as the Prosperity government prepares to conclude this year's Thanksgiving week tomorrow at the Bogini Economical Center. Respondents who spoke with NDTV News noted that thanking God opened doors to many blessings. Correspondent Aka Victor's report is here presented.
12 years ago, the immediate past governor, Senator Seraki Dixon, introduced every 2nd of November as the annual Thanksgiving Day for Bayelsa State, with the completion of the Ecumenical Center in Igbogene. Since then, the state government has religiously marked the day in grand styles. This has elicited praise from residents of Yenegua.
It's a good thing that Bayelsa make out a day to thank God. It's a very nice thing.
Bayelsa State, led by His Excellency, the Governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Doediri, wants to have a special Thanksgiving service where everybody is expected to come. And I think it's commendable. It's a good one.
Some persons are of the view that if Bayelsa State as a whole relentlessly continue in the spirit of thanksgiving, God will turn things around for the betterment of the state and her people.
Ezekiel 21:27, he said, I will overturn it, until it shall be no more, and which right it is going to give to. Our state, the right of our state, God will overturn it in the hand of the opposing force, and our right will be given to us. Everybody will enjoy the state.
God has been faithful to us as a state, as a people. Not that we are too perfect, but because of His grace and mercy, Bayelsa State is experiencing this peace. Yes, I'll tell you for sure, because we go around town every day, we see things, we hear things from other states. It's enough reason to thank God as a state and as a people.
The state government's observance of annual Thanksgiving fulfills the expectation of the scriptures in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 16 to 18, which says, Rejoice always, pray continually, and give thanks in all circumstances, as this is in line with the will of God. NDTV News.
Civil servants in Bayelsa State have hailed Governor Doyediri's approval of 80,000 naira minimum wage for workers. In their comments to NDTV News, they stated that the wage increase will go a long way to cushion the effects of the hardship currently faced by workers. Correspondent Atika Azaya's report is read from our studio.
As the approval of the minimum wage takes place, civil servants have commended the Bayelsa State government as they noted that it will help improve their standard of living in these hard times.
Approving the 80,000 naira, yes, it's good, but with the economic situation presently, which I and you know that if you go to markets today, that 80,000 naira, you cannot even afford a bag of rice. So at least we need to appreciate the governor for the one that he has done, which that will push him to do more. But they still need to look into the civil servant welfare.
If he has approved that he will pay us next month, we are very, very glad for him to pay us, and God will continue to strengthen him. But he has to talk to the local government chairmen because they have been cutting our money.
They hailed the governor for not just the minimum wage but also his good works in the state.
In fact, apart from the minimum wage, our governor, Dennis Shrine, is a dynamic governor. Since its intersection, the state has been changed. Though nobody can be perfect in everything.
It's commendable from the state government, the governor and his deputy, I think it's not every state in the country that has approved it yet. When I saw the news, I was excited, especially after neighboring state, River State, when the Governor Fubara announced it.
They prayed God to strengthen the life of the governor. NDTV News.
Residents of Yenegua have expressed concern over the scrapping of the Ministry of Niger Delta by President Bola Tinubu, describing it as a threat to the development of the region. Residents who made their views known in an interview with NDTV News highlighted the benefits of the ministry to the people of the region and appealed to Mr. President to reconsider. Correspondent Gift Carlio reports.
Reacting to the scrapping of the Ministry of Niger Delta by President Bola Tinubu, a resident, Mr. James Akam and Gina Nimibonfa, said it is a move in the wrong direction, as they lament that the region has not been given its pride of place as one who produces the nation's wealth and economic sustenance. According to the duo, instead of scrapping the ministry, more interventionist agencies and ministries should be created. and well funded in order to meet the developmental yearnings of the region.
They should give NDDC more funds to run what they are supposed to do. And even the Niger Delta ministry that have been scrapped, they should create more intervention agencies and empower them with funds to run the ministries.
For my opinion, it's not fair in the sense that the reason why Yar'Adua created that ministry is to develop the region. And Niger Delta is the mainstay of Nigeria because Niger Delta, they are the oil producing community. Now look at the region. The region is very poor compared to other regions.
However, Mr. Richard Koroyefa is of the opinion that since the creation of the ministry by late President Musa Yar'Adua, the developmental aim of the region is yet to be achieved. Rather, those that have manned the office over the years only used it as an avenue to enrich themselves. Hence, the need for it to be scrapped.
This ministry has not been effective to me, or neither do you see any effective signals from this Niger Delta ministry or something? I think this Niger Delta ministry being scrapped.
It would be recalled that President Bola Tinubu recently scrapped the Ministry of Niger Delta and in its stead established the Ministry of Regional Development. Gift Kalio, NDTV News.
If you're just joining us, on headlines, Governor Doyede represents 2025 budget estimates to the State House of Assembly. Bayelsans expressed worry over scrapping of the Niger Delta Ministry. Still ahead, NAFDAC warns against the use of record Nivea deodorant. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has alerted Nigerians of the recall of Nivea Black and White 50 ml Invisible Roll-On deodorant labeled as providing 48-hour protection in African climates, following a warning from the European Union Rapid Alert System for dangerous non-food products in Brussels. In a notice released on Thursday, NAFDAC stated that the products with batch number 93529610 reportedly contain BBP, a chemical prohibited in cosmetic products due to its potential to cause harm to the reproductive system, impair the health of an unborn child, and cause skin irritation and burns to users. NAFDAC added that the product is manufactured in Germany with barcode number 422998882 and advised importers, distributors, retailers, and consumers to exercise caution and vigilance within the supply chain to prevent the importation, distribution, sale, and use of the Nivea roll-on. NAFDAC further added that members of the public in possession of the product should cease the sale, use, and submit stock in the nearest NAFDAC office. Governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Doye has assured core members serving in the state of his administration's commitment to the payment of their transport allowance as he urged them to be selfless while they venture into the labor market. The governor made the commitment at the passing out ceremony of the 2023 Batch C Stream 2 in Yedogua. Correspondent Rebecca Oguntunde has the details.
The passing out parade for 2023 Batch C Stream 2 core members held at the Peace Park, Yenogua. It was an atmosphere of joy as 1,172 core members meritoriously bow out of the National Youth Service. The event commenced with opening remarks by the Assistant to the Governor on NYSC matter, Dr. Wisdom Poyeri, who represented the governor at the event, expressed appreciation for the core members' contribution to the various communities. He also announced that there would be 100% increment of transport allowance. The NYSC coordinator of Bayelsa State, Mrs. Okpalifo Biageli Charity, also commended the core members for their dedications in areas such as education, health, agriculture, and infrastructure. She urged them to uphold NYSC values and serve as ambassador of the scheme. Commendation award was given to 5 core members, chairman award was given to 3 core members, and state honor award to 1 core member who distinguished himself into the service year. I am Rebecca Ogutunde reporting for NDTV News. A
South African group known as Progressive Forces has launched a petition to disqualify Miss Universe Nigeria, Chidinma Adesina, from the pageant over alleged identity fraud. For details of these and all the entertainment news, let's join Delight Oladele.
After failing to meet the deadline set by the South African government to provide reasons why her identification document shouldn't be revoked, Nigerian South African Chidinma Adesina is at risk of losing her national documents. Adesina, who has a Nigerian father, withdrew from the Miss South African beauty pageant in August 2024 due to the counter-attack she received from South Africans over claims that she was not South African. Due to the severity of the accusations, an official investigation was launched into her citizenship and claims that her mother may have stolen the identity of a South African woman. After withdrawing from the Miss South African beauty pageant, the Silverbird Group, which organizes the Miss Universe Nigeria pageant, extended an invitation to Chidinma and she accepted to contest in the pageant, which she eventually won. Adesina and her mother was, however, given until Monday, October 2024 to provide reasons why their national identification document should not be cancelled. Nigerian social media influencer and activist Martins Otsei, also known as Very Dark Man, has reportedly been arrested by the Nigerian police. According to the activist lawyer, Deji Adeyanju, said that the social media critic was arrested after honoring an invitation from the police. Authorities have confirmed that he would face court proceedings on charges related to the unauthorized wearing of official police attire. Very Dark Man, known for his outspoken advocacy and online presence, has previously criticized law enforcement, and the latest arrest has sparked widespread discussions across social media. However, several comments argues that his arrest may have been an attempt to curb his vocal criticism of certain authorities, while others believe the charges stem strictly from his use of the police uniform. The incident has generated a mixed response, with some calling for his immediate release, citing freedom of expression, and others emphasizing the importance of respecting official symbols and uniforms. Nigerian singer David Adeleke, popularly known as Davido, has stated that the current cultural renaissance in Africa has positively influenced the continent's image. He noted that the global achievement of genres like Afrobeat, along with African cuisines and overall culture, have earned respect for Africans in the Western world. Speaking in a recent interview with Kiss Fresh UK, Davido said, "I was on vacation in Europe and I saw that the landscape has changed. 2 years ago, I was in Europe and they were playing Afrobeat for straight 1 hour. People love Afrobeat. Everybody likes that sound now, even in America. Now the narrative about African has changed. The respect is there, not only in music, but also in fashion and food." Delight Oladele for NDTV Entertainment News.
And from the ever-busy world of sports, the Flying Eagles, Nigeria's under-20 football team, defeated their Ghanaian counterpart 2-1 on Wednesday at the Stade de Gekou in Lomé, Togo, successfully defending the WAFU B under-20 title. For more sports stories, let's join Ayemi Miene.
Nigeria's under-20 football team, the Flying Eagles, successfully defended their WAFU B under-20 title on Wednesday in Lomé, Togo, defeating Ghana 2-1. The two outstanding goals from Barobo Arieri gave the Nigerian team the upper hand in the game. In the 35th minute, Arieri skillfully completed a flowing move to give the team the lead. Shortly before halftime, the Beyond Limits FA product doubled the lead. The Flying Eagles won their well-earned match despite Ghana pulling one back in the second half, but was unable to overcome the deficit. The team's victory on Wednesday comes after they defeated Niger Republic 3-1 in the semi-finals to guarantee a spot in the 2025 Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations. After a first-round loss to Burkina Faso, the Flying Eagles showed tenacity and skill to advance to the final. The team's winning run demonstrated their potential for future success. The 2025 Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations is the Flying Eagles' next challenge, and supporters are looking forward to it. Following the termination of the satellite TV company's ₦1 billion 5-year broadcast agreement with the Nigerian Premier Football League, top StarTimes officials, MPFL officials, and other stakeholders are scheduled to meet. The goal of the MPFL StarTimes partnership was to raise awareness of the Nigerian League by providing live satellite television broadcasts of the games. As per the agreement, StarTimes was supposed to show 2 matches every week at first, then 4, and then 8 matches every round in the following seasons. It was anticipated that the partnership would increase popularity and sponsorship opportunities, with the MPFL estimating an annual increase of 50 million naira between 2023 and 2028. However, last week, the broadcast company ended the agreement, claiming that the MPFL had not fulfilled their end of the agreement. Star Times specifically complained that it has not been able to evaluate 30% of the pitch panels as required by the agreement. The company also stated that it frequently has trouble setting up its equipment for games at match locations. Additionally, the company complained that the MPFL's tendency to abruptly cancel previously advertised games has an impact on its programs and partner commitments. According to The Guardian, the MPFL's principal officers have declined to comment on the matter. However, an insider has stated that discussions are presently underway between the MPFL and Star Times officials to address the problems. He said, if you arrive at an agreement before this weekend's games, we expect Star Times to deploy its men to cover the league as usual. I am Ayemi Mene for NDTV Sports.
That report brings us to the end of our bulletin, but before we go, a quick look at our top stories. The Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doye Diri has charged the Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning to ensure fiscal discipline, transparency, accountability, and proper coordination in the implementation processes of budgeting. We also brought to a report that residents of Yenagoa have expressed concern over the scrapping of the Ministry of Niger Delta by President Bola Tinubu, describing 8 as a threat to the development of the region. And finally, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has alerted Nigerians of the recall of Nivea Black and White 50 ml Invisible Roll-On deodorants labeled as providing 48-hour protection in African climates. That's a bulletin. Thanks for watching. I'm Janet Bobai-Renner.